I'm just gonna wait and see if people join. I know it's been a minute, and I know a couple times I asked, should I go live, and then I didn't go. So I know some of y'all are probably not believing that I'm coming. Let me see. That's too high. Let me put it back how it was. Okay. I'm trying to get everything. I'm going to pull it up on my computer so I can chat with y'all at the same time. Let me see. I don't think everybody thought I was coming for real. Because it's been a minute since I went live. I used to go live like every week. I'm going to start back going live more often again. I was just telling Kara that I used to go live all the time. And like I said, I was taking like a month off and it turned into several months off. So now I got to just work on building that back in to my schedule. Because I do miss talking with y'all, and I haven't seen a lot of y'all in a long time. So I'm about to let some folks know that I'm live. And I got 8 votes, so I appreciate y'all that voted and said, you know, to go ahead and go live, because I have plenty of things that we can talk about. It's been so long. I feel like I used to struggle with that, with like topics when I was going live all the time. I felt like I would not know what to talk about. I mean, we'd always end up figuring out something, but it's easier when it's been a minute because you can catch up and talk or whatever. So let me see. I'm popping this in some chats. And Twitter. My Twitter is not working. I gotta sign in. It's working. It's not working. Whoever catches the beginning of this live on the replay, they're gonna be like, what were you talking about, girl? Hey, how are you? Did you change your name? Your picture looks familiar. Did you have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrated? Okay. Hold on. Okay, I was about to say you look familiar, and I remember seeing your picture before. No, not you, Spam Team. Sugar Yummy. I've seen her picture before, and I was like, I think I've talked to you before, but then your name, I don't think it was that last time. Let's turn the stream into Among Us chat. You did. What did you celebrate with the same people that you normally do? Or, hey, did you celebrate with the people that you normally do? Or did you have to kind of like make it different this year? How are you, D? Make sure that y'all give this live a thumbs up. I have so much that we can talk about. And I got my charger just in case. See, that's sad. If you don't remember being a mod, that means I haven't been on here in like 6 months. You still a mod from a long time ago. Kira's a mod too. Oh my gosh, Des, I didn't even know that you were getting married this year. Congratulations. Hey Coco. What do you want? What specifically do you want to talk about with baby daddy? Do you what date? Or is that too personal for me to ask? What date are you doing? What date are you getting married? I want to try to remember so I can congratulate you on the right date. Um, yeah, I know. So I was talking to Kira earlier about that. We both used to go live a lot in the spring, and then I don't know if it was when Josiah started school or if it was just because of like me starting to get overwhelmed with trying to balance his school schedule with work, and then like I don't really know what the reason. I don't even know what the reason was that I stopped going live every week, but it was just getting too difficult to do on Wednesdays. Then the weekends started to get to where I wasn't making time for it anymore. But I was like, I want to start going back because a lot of people were asking me like, hey, when are you gonna go live again? And I know that a lot of y'all enjoyed it, and I enjoyed y'all too. So this weekend, Josiah spent the weekend with some family, and he's not here. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go live because then I can talk and I won't be ignored. Not ignored. I won't be interrupted, and I won't have to stop like to try to get him to go to sleep. So yeah, here I am. Oh, that's right before Christmas. Hey, Sammy. Okay, you want to talk about getting over your baby daddy? Um, hmm. Alicia, hey girl. Thank you for coming by. See, I wasn't super late today. You got an apartment? Okay, D, we gotta do better. I didn't even know. Like, you just elevated in life and everything. That's good. Okay. I guess so Coco, how long have you and your child's father not been together? I guess. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you. Did I freeze y'all? Can y'all see me? Am I frozen? Why does it look frozen? Is it frozen? Oh, you can hear me. Okay. I was trying to wait on Coco to tell me, like, did I ask the question or did I get distracted? I'm sorry. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, D. Okay. I was asking Coco to tell me, like, a little bit more about her situation. And then I got confused because of something that was in the chat. So I was like, what? So I'm on my phone right here, but I'm looking right there. Okay. Y'all been together for 2 years and y'all aren't together now. Yes, I do. I have a whole playlist with YouTube tips. I'm going to share that playlist with you. And if you feel like the video that I already did wasn't good enough, feel free to DM me to ask for like specific questions. Not that it's not good enough, but like if I didn't answer a question that you have, then let me know and then I'll we can talk about it. Or if you have questions right now while we're on live, we can talk about it too. And if it's a specific video where I go in depth, then I'll let you know. Thank you, D. Thank you, Alicia. Y'all, like this is not supposed to be like a promotion or whatever, but I'm a brand ambassador for my friend. She's like a YouTube friend. She has a hair care line called Stimulate Hair Care Line. So I just got through filming a like wash day video featuring her products, and they are so good. So I just like use the shampoo, I use the conditioner, the growth oil. Hi Crystal, hey Shayla. Yes, I'll send it to you. And what was I about to say? It smells so good and I really like it. But y'all see the video soon because I have to get that edited and everything. But thank you for the compliments about my hair. Let's see. I don't know if I went live with y'all, but since I big chopped my hair, well, I didn't big chop, but I cut off the ends of my relaxer. I have a little bit left in the front, but you can barely notice it. And I've been wearing a lot of wigs, so y'all probably haven't seen my hair. He went to jail. He in jail. He want to get back with me, but he cheated and broke my heart. Girl, that sounds like my situation. Honestly, I probably wouldn't do it because if he cheated on you before he went to jail, and like y'all weren't on good terms, he's probably just, like D said, talking that jail talk. Like, I don't know if you watch Love After Lockup. That's my show. A lot of these people, when they go to jail, like, they just need somebody because they don't have things. So they will say anything to anybody that's willing to listen, to get money out of them, to get you know, you to put money on their books. Girl, I got plenty of marriage advice. I actually got a video coming soon, but I can help you. Basically, like, they'll make a lot of promises, and then when they get out, it's like a whole adjustment period. Like, they'll say they want to get married, they want to have your babies, they'll apologize for stuff that happened before, and talk about how they want to be a family. And then when they get out and they get on their feet, you really will see their true colors. And I'm not saying that like every guy that goes to jail or every person that goes to jail is like this, but I find a common theme in when somebody that you knew before they went to jail goes to jail, they change. It's like all of a sudden they want to be serious, but when they was out, they wasn't. Now, it's different if you are in a committed relationship and y'all are on good terms and then they get arrested. I feel like with that, it's different. You know what I'm saying? And you know that they're not just trying to pursue you because they're in jail and they're in a screwed up situation right now. But when it comes to somebody that actually you knew them beforehand, y'all had a relationship, they was cheating and stuff like that, and then now because they're in jail and they don't have anybody, now they want to be serious, I wouldn't trust it. And even if it is your baby daddy, like my baby daddy did me dirty. Like, and the story is on my channel, but in short, like, I got pregnant by him, and then I announced that I was pregnant publicly, and then like a week later, like not a week, like a couple days later, I found out he was cheating with some girl. So I broke up with him because I was like, you know, I'm not into open relationships. I'm not into like sharing my man. So I broke up with him when I found out, and then a month later he got arrested, and he was talking to different girls while he was in there, and then also trying to work on the relationship with me. And then when he got out, we got back together, but he was still like talking to other girls and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he was a cheater before he went in, and it didn't change just because he went in there. Like, I will say that he didn't really like ask me for money and stuff. I would send it sometimes, but I know that he was using a lot of people for money and stuff like that. So you just gotta be careful. Let me catch up on these comments. Hold on. My chat keeps on freezing over here. Hold on. Where are we with the chat? Let me do it on here. Wait, how do I get my comments to show? I missed, y'all said a bunch of stuff and I can't see it. Let's see, not top chat, live chat. Okay, there it is. Now I can go back. They sell you a dream. They get religious. Oh yeah, they get religious, or they want to change their religion sometimes. How long do you think you should stay with a man before they ask you to marry you? Hi, Felicia. Um, Honestly, I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's hard to see it on my phone. Honestly, I don't have a definite answer for that. Engagements look different for everybody. Like marriage is different for everybody. If you start off younger, sometimes like if you, I don't know how old you are, but like let's say you met in high school, you might date for longer than somebody that meets in their 20s or their 30s. I will say it doesn't take long to know if you really are serious about somebody, but it really just depends on the person. Like if that person really believes in marriage, or if they know about marriage. I don't mean to say know about marriage, but like if they know what it takes to get married and it's on their mind. I met my husband when I was 20. Hold on, I'm 27. We met when we were 20. I was 24, 23. I met him when I was 23, I think. 23. And when we first met each other, we actually talked about marriage the first night that we met. We were at this party and like we were just talking about a bunch of different things, but he actually brought marriage up the first time we met and how he really wanted to like have a family and stuff like that. And it was interesting because we had both been through stuff in our past with our past relationships and stuff like that. So it was kind of like two lost souls coming together. It was very interesting, but I don't know. Honestly, there's no time frame that I can tell you, but I will say like if you're doing things for a man and it's kind of like you feel like you're giving up wife benefits and he's not like showing you that he is trying to be serious with you, then after a couple of years, I would say if you feel like you're not progressing, then you can leave that relationship, especially if you've had conversations like, well, what are we? Or where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? Life is short. And the last thing you want to do is be in a relationship with somebody for 7 years and they have no interest in being there for you long term. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you should try to force your man to marry you because I don't recommend that either. If you force a marriage on somebody that's not ready, that doesn't mean they're going to step up and be a husband. You might sign yourself up for like the worst relationship of your life. Okay? And that'll be hell. You don't want to force it. But, you know, it's nothing wrong with saying what you want. I uploaded a video earlier today, and I recorded that a couple weeks ago. Y'all know I schedule my content out. But I was talking about how you have to have transparent conversations when you're dating and when you're with somebody so that you don't end up getting disappointed or getting frustrated in your relationship. So it's like if you know, hey, I want to get married. I don't feel comfortable living with a man for more than a year or two if we're not going to get married because that's where I see it. Then you don't want to budge on that. You don't want to settle because if you settle, then it doesn't mean it's going to change later. You know what I mean? And then you end up getting mad later in your relationship because he's not changing and he's not doing what you want, but you accepted that. So it's so important to be very honest with what you want when dating men. And then the whole conversation about the 50-50 relationships, for me, I'm not telling single women that you need to be going 50-50 when you date. That's not what I meant. I literally mean when you get in a serious relationship with somebody, if they lose their job or if something happens to them, you can't just stop loving your man because he lost his job or because he is not able to pay all the bills, you know, if that's your man. Because the truth is when you get married, you're going to go through things. You're going to go through seasons. And it's not going to just be like all good all the time, realistically. And it's like there's a standard for men to be the provider and the protector. You know, if you believe in God and you go by the Bible, it says that. But like a woman has an important role too, and that is to like submit to her man and to protect her man and protect the household and take care of the household. And I think sometimes we overlook that part a little bit because we focus on, well, the man should do this, the man should do that. And I don't want to submit to a man that can't do X, Y, and Z. But it's like the Bible doesn't say all that. And I'm not trying to preach the Bible to nobody. I'm just trying to say that long-term relationships are going to go through things. And if you can't make it through those things, then you're basically setting yourself up for short-term relationships where you're in the honeymoon phase, if that makes sense. Like when everything is good, when y'all can spend money on each other, go on dates, take cute pictures, have a bunch of sex. Like that's all you're seeing, but you're not really going to understand what really takes place in marriage or a long-term relationship until you actually stick it out for a long period of time. And for some people, that's scary, men and women. Like marriage is not for everybody. I really want my comments to show up on this computer, and they're not showing up. I'm like, why is it not? There it is. I had it on the wrong setting. I haven't been here in so long that they changed the live settings, and I was like, why can't I see the comments? Hey, Kara. I'm trying to get these comments to show up on this computer because it's hard for me to catch them over here. Let me refresh it. Hold on. Yes, D, exactly. It's very important to talk about your expectations at the beginning. It's hard to change somebody after they've gotten used to doing certain stuff. Like, if something bothers you, you really should speak up early, because if you wait 2 years later to say that something that your partner does bothers you, you're going to probably be met with resistance, defensiveness, all of that, because they're going to feel like, well, I've been doing this for 2 years. Why are you complaining now? So it's so important to be honest with your partner and just be real. Like if you don't like something, say it, you know what I mean? And understand that you are going to have to compromise sometimes too. And another thing I can tell you, D, because you asked me for marriage advice, is to maintain your individuality in your relationship. Like when things are going good, it's really easy to like drop all your friends, you know, drop the things that you like to do, trying to like build for your husband. But maintain some sort of individuality of yourself. That way you still have your own identity aside from being you know, and I'm just going to say it in my name, aside from being Desmond's wife. You know, I am guilty of that. Motherhood does this to women, but marriage does this too. And I saw this meme that somebody shared. Somebody shared the meme and it said, the reason why men don't lose themselves in marriage as often is because they don't change everything about themselves when they meet a woman and they get married. They don't stop talking to their friends. They usually don't stop, you know, pursuing something in their career. If they want to start a business or something, they don't say, oh, I'm not going to start a business because of my girlfriend. But women find themselves sacrificing much more often, in my opinion, than men. And then when time goes on, the woman becomes unhappy because she feels like she's giving so much to the relationship, whether it be having to put her career on hold or having kids and her body going through all these changes physically and not being able to work because you go on maternity leave and stuff like that. So understand how that affects the woman's career, because instead of you focusing on hustling and things like that, those years when you had those kids, you kind of had to focus on your health and the kids. Not that the husband doesn't, but it's not the same. So like women sacrifice a lot in their relationships in ways that I don't think that men do. And it's not because they don't care. It's just that there's just not that sense of I don't know if it's nurturing or I don't know what the word is, y'all, but I guess if I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So my advice is to just maintain your your individuality and like what you enjoy doing, and like don't let yourself and your needs go away because you're in this serious relationship. That's the advice that I would give, because if you do that, you're gonna be so happy while things are good, but as soon as y'all hit your first rough patch, or just like, you know, like your first set of challenges in your marriage, you're gonna start feeling like frustrated, because you're gonna feel like I gave up this and I gave up that. Or if you cut your friends off, you're gonna feel like you don't have any friends. And that's like the worst feeling ever. If you are going through something, not that you need to vent and tell your friends everything you go through, but just having an outlet, a way out of being, you know, such and such's wife and such's mom, and just able to just go and be a girl with your girlfriends and laugh about your favorite show and actually have them laugh with you, you know? Hamburgers, fries, baked mac and cheese, and when I handed him a plate, he says, "Thank you, babe. I appreciate it." Oh, that's sweet. I cooked for Thanksgiving, and my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law came over, and they complimented my food, and that just made my heart feel so good inside. You know, everybody was like, "Okay, Yo-sha, you did that." And I was like, "Thank you." You know, it made me feel good to know that people like my food. Dad don't always give compliments. So he ate it, but he ain't give the compliments. So when the mama-in-law and the brother-in-law said the food was good, I was like, "Thank you, y'all." That's like the best, when somebody tells you your food is good. Anybody else have any questions? I know I answered a few. I missed y'all so much. I'm gonna start coming back more often again. I don't know. Oh, I'm wishing y'all the best, and just continue to love each other and grow together, and don't let anybody come between the two of you. That's the other advice. Y'all are on a team, so, you know, always consider each other, and don't let anything set y'all up or break y'all apart. Let me see. Shayla said, "I lost a lot of friends to their relationships in my young." Yep. Kara, I feel like we talked about this before. I don't know why some women do that. I've never dropped all my friends. Like, now spending time with less, I could see happening, but just dropping your friends, like, no, ma'am. That's not smart. Saving money. What are my tips for saving money? Do you eat out? How often do you eat out of your home? Like when you're not cooking? Yeah, I've seen that happen too. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's an insecurity, but in a way it may be, especially if it's a friend that doesn't always have a boyfriend. And let's say like you have a group of girlfriends, and like you're married or you engaged, and then your other friends are in relationships or just always seem to have something going on in their love life, and then you have this one friend that barely gets attention. Like if y'all go out to a party or something, nobody ever hits on her. And she doesn't, like, she's kind of had trouble with getting a boyfriend and stuff. And then this girl finally gets a boyfriend, and she kind of like lets everybody else go. I think it's more of like an insecurity or a fear of like, if she doesn't give her new love life enough attention, she'll lose it like she has before. And so she stops talking to her friends as much because she's trying to like make the relationship work. And then, you know, when it doesn't, of course, she goes back to her friends. I've seen that in some instances. Like, yeah, I've definitely seen that in some instances. And then it could be like the single friend finally gets in a relationship and she was being there for everybody else while they were going through their stuff. And then when she finally got into her own relationship, she's just happy and she just kind of started taking care of herself and not kind of being as available for her friends. It's just so many different factors in that, honestly. Okay, yeah, D, that's progress. DoorDash is expensive. One thing about DoorDash and Uber Eats and all those like delivery services, they charge so much to deliver your food. Like I had a gift card and I still have it because the fees are just too expensive. Basically, if you compare the menu of the place you're going to what you're gonna pay through DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, it's like you're gonna be paying an additional $10 to $15 on top of what it actually costs. And so if you can, like, if you don't have a car, then I understand. But if you do have a way to get around, I would say try to pick your own food up because you'll save money just by doing that. Those delivery fees and taxes are so crazy. And then another thing you can do is if you have a credit card, try to get one that will give you cash back options so that you can try to use your credit card to buy some of your purchases. And that way you can be earning money when you spend money. Like with my bank, I have cash back rewards and they give us 1% back on every purchase and 2% back on every purchase at the grocery store or the gas station. So whenever I buy my groceries, I put it on that credit card and then I get a percentage of it back. And I think the first year, the groceries and the gas used to be 5%, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So, like, even little stuff like that can help. And then I like to do online surveys. That's just extra money. My online survey money this time of year, I like to use it for Christmas gifts. So I just let it sit and then I cash them out all around the same time. So it sounds like you need some sort of a side hustle. Like you let your main money pay your bills, but then come up with a side hustle to fund your savings and you're like putting it to the side. Because if it's money that you need for food and groceries, well, that's the same thing. For groceries and food and like bills, it's going to be hard for you to save out of that. And the only other thing I could recommend is if you get direct deposit, automatically deposit a certain amount every check to your savings account. Those are my savings tips. Girl, bye. You didn't want you to do it again. Kira says she over it. You're not coming back if you stop talking to her. Some of them don't realize it. I called one of mine out. We aren't as close, but we still talk here. Yeah, it be like that sometimes. I'm so blunt, and they think if I say hi, it's rude, so they can get in it how I deliver it, because most of them are irritated and pissed off. Shayla, what's your sign? I'm trying to see if she's a fire sign. Kara is a Sagittarius. I'm trying to see if Shayla is an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius. A Libra. Wait, no, a Gemini. A Gemini. So she an air sign. Them Geminis are blunt too, though. It makes sense. You know, it's easy to get tired of that though, for real. Especially if the friend is like all over the place. Whew. Oh my gosh. Harassing how? Like he was being overly flirty with you or he was like trying to touch you? I'm glad they took action on that instead of like acting like they didn't know nothing about it. If y'all hear Dez in the background, he's on the phone talking about sports with his dad. Y'all probably can't even hear him, but I can hear him, so I just in case y'all can hear him. Ew. See, that ain't even funny at all. That's like creepy. That's a creepy compliment. I wouldn't even know how to feel about somebody saying something like that to me. Oh, okay. So, in y'all areas of the world where you are, I know y'all are in, I think all of y'all are in the US. Um, would you say that things have kind of went back to a normal, or do you feel like it is getting worse? How do you feel like things are for y'all? Hi, Glenda. You're in Vegas? Shayla, I was supposed to visit Vegas this year. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in the Atlanta area. Um, I wanted to go there so bad, and now I'm gonna have to go next year, and I'm really hoping that things get better so I can go, because I really want to go. I was supposed to go to Miami for my birthday this year. We were supposed to go to Vegas this fall, and I was gonna squeeze in one more trip. The only trip I went on this year was Mississippi, and I did a vlog about that. But it was my family reunion for my husband's side of the family. So that was the only reason why we traveled. Aside from that, I haven't really even been nowhere. 1.8 million in October. I saw some friends go out there actually. Some went back to normal, but things are shutting down again. I think we're all in America, Glenda. I mean, I don't really get political on my channel, but the election was interesting. I didn't say it, but I cried. I'm not even gonna lie. I cried because honestly, never would I have thought to see in my lifetime history being made like that again, especially since we had our last president of color. Honestly, I didn't expect to see it happen again because, hey, Markia, because like there's just so much hate for black people at times. And I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, 2020 and just this whole time, this last 4 years has really exposed how the rest of the world really feels about minorities, specifically people of color. Um, so to see that happen, I know like Joe won the election, but to see Kamala Harris, like the first black vice president, and then prior to that, Obama, like it's emotionally like that's like I can't even really express how that feels, but it's just I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't expect it to happen. I'm just gonna be honest. I was very quiet on social media about it because I saw a lot of folks arguing with people. I seen black people saying that they were not voting for Joe Biden for different reasons. A lot of people were saying like it didn't align with their beliefs or whatever. Whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that. I just observed it all. But the thing that really like set in for me is just seeing that happen and that impact and what that does for minorities, like black people, Asian people, Indian people, like all of us seeing like it's things can actually change. And I'm just hopeful that things actually do change and don't get worse because it could go one or two ways. So I'm happy to see like some sort of progression, but I'm not like I can't talk. I'm not like ecstatic about it or anything because getting elected is just like the first start. I want to see what happens. Hi, Chicano. My channel is like Real Talk Lifestyle and Reviews, and they're discussing the election. So that's how that came up. Bye, Glenda. Exactly, D. And a lot of people felt like they were choosing from the worser of two evils, so to speak. I've heard it's worded like that. So that's why I said it. It's not like Bernie won. You know what I mean? So so I'm just happy to see some sort of progression. I hope that it comes into fruition. I just don't want it to be a bunch of talk. That's all I'm going to say. Yes. Moving on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I agree with y'all. Felicia, you asked me how long I've been transitioning. I transitioned my hair for 2 years before I cut off the relaxer. Yeah, 2018. I think it was September 2018 or October 2018. And then this August, I cut the relaxer off. Well, Cassandra Olivia here on YouTube, she actually was here in Atlanta, and I met up with her, and she cut it, and we actually put it on both of our channels. But my hair wasn't like short when I stopped getting relaxers, but I wanted to grow it out to a length that wasn't super short because I didn't know how that would look on me. And I don't know if y'all can see, it's pretty long. It's just curly, so it's like shrinking. I'm just surprised. Megan is missing. What is that? Megan who? Not Megan the Stallion, right? Is this on, what channel does it come on? Yeah, shrinkage be making you look like you ain't got no hair. I'm not even gonna lie. I was playing with my hair a lot before she cut it, and I really thought that I was gonna have a TWA. But when she straightened it out, it was still long. I was like, oh, okay. Okay then. It's on YouTube. Okay, is it a mystery? Is it like a mystery show? That's what it sounds like. Mystery. I'm afraid of scary movies. I can't sleep at night. See, that's that Scorpio energy. You trying to make me watch something scary. D, I love you, but I'm not watching. You just told me it was scary. I don't like scary movies. You don't like scary movies, Kara? I thought you would like scary movies. I'm so scary. Like, I can't do it. And Josiah, thank you for telling me for Josiah, because Josiah already has nightmares as it is from whatever little kitty stuff he watches. So he don't need to watch it because he'll be in the bed with me and Des for another month or two if he watches something like that. He spent the night with my dad and my stepmom, and my stepsister's youngest, oldest daughter is close to Josiah's age, and they like love playing together and stuff. But somehow somebody turned on Chucky, you know, the doll Chucky, for them to watch. And I'm like, why are y'all letting 5 and 6-year-olds watch Chucky? Okay. And so Josiah Josiah would not sleep by himself for like a month after that. And I had to like reiterate, like, it's pretend. And then I had to have a conversation like, y'all, don't let them watch scary movies, because no. Chucky is actually funny to me. That's actually an amusing scary movie, but when I was little, it used to scare the crap out of me. First 48 is interesting though. First 48 can be entertaining. What channel does it come on though? I don't be watching it like that. A and E. Okay. Somebody made a joke about that. Kara. I think I've seen it on Lifetime. I don't really. That's why I say I don't talk about politics on my channel, because it's like certain conversations, it brings out the trolls, and I don't be having time for it. Like, I have never seen these people a day in my life. They don't watch my videos, nothing. And then as soon as I go live, here they come with the racism and the crazy. I don't got time for it. Look, I'm not about to talk about. I don't even have nothing. Like, you see, I didn't even say nothing negative about anybody, other than, like, I was surprised that the election turned out the way that it did, because the country has shown their dismay for people of color in leadership positions. And the racism that we've experienced, like, that's just clear, you know. The reaction to the civil unrest, and I think that's like the last time I was going live, we were talking about the civil unrest things that happened back when George Floyd was murdered, and like the lack of anything, like care or nothing like that, you know. So I'll just keep it on the relationship talk. How do y'all watch the crime stuff before bed, though? Hold on, y'all. It helps you sleep. Do you watch Victims Unit or the other one? Here we go with the trolls. I don't have time for this. Like, why are y'all bothering my channel? Go on now. That's what was I about to say? SVU is Special Victims Unit of Law and Order. So Law and Order has Criminal Intensive, I think it's called, and then they have Special Victims Unit. I like Special Victims Unit, Law and Order. I don't really like the other one as much. Special Victims Unit, their episodes is like, it's murders, but it's like it's just, I don't want to talk about it because it's like not really that great, but it's just like the cases can be about children, they can be about adults, predetermined murders, all kinds of stuff. But the criminal one is a little bit more boring. Like, it's just, to me, the cast is a little less interesting. I like Olivia of Special Victims Unit. And it's like, exactly. And if you start watching Special Victims Unit, to me, it's like once I turn on the episode at the beginning, I feel like I have to watch it all the way through to the end of the episode. And then the next thing you know, I'll spend the whole day watching Law and Order because it's like so intense. And then First 48, I used to watch that with my parents. And then I stopped watching it. But it's not a bad like show. I don't know if I just didn't watch that channel once I wasn't there with them anymore or what, but it used to be real interesting for sure. Like, and kind of relatable. Like, I love stuff that's like relatable. But one of the shows I used to watch, I don't know if it was on A&E or what channel, but it was that show, Beyond Scared Straight or something. Or am I saying the name of it wrong? It's a show where they take kids and teenagers that have behavior problems and they scare them and they make them go to jail to help them with their behavior. And then they come out and they either are good, you know, and they learn from it, or they don't learn anything. But that's a show I used to love to watch. And I also used to watch the Maury show all the time. And I used to like the episodes where the bad kids would come on the show, and then they would send the military guy to kind of like scare them. My husband be in there talking, and then he dies. He be getting into it. How Not to Kill Your Husband with Your Mom. I've never heard of that one. What was that? It was like Maury, but with a black bald dude. The Montel Show? Was it called The Montel Show? Montel Williams? I feel like that was like when I was a small kid. Steve Wilkos, I'm sorry I keep bumping my camera. Steve Wilkos, his show is good, but I feel like he is so aggressive. Like his show is so like in your face. He calls people out on their stuff. Like he's not like Maury. Like Maury is very unbiased, and he won't make them feel stupid. But Steve will call the person out if they messed up. Fatal Attractions, Snapped. I watched a couple episodes of Snap before, and I felt a little crazy while watching it, and then I just turned it off. Right, like a couple seasons, and I was like, okay, it's enough of this craziness. You know, when I was young, I didn't understand what would drive a woman to do these things, but now that I'm older, I have a better understanding. I used to love I Almost Got Away with It. Now, that show right there, I loved it. I did. I really did. What, Kira? I love Cheaters. I used to watch Cheaters with my mom. I love Cheaters. And I didn't love this show, but I used to be intrigued by this show, A Thousand Ways to Die. Like, do you remember a show called Eliminate? The music give me the spook, and I just get the chills. I would keep the TV on. Okay, let's talk about shows that aren't scary. Did anybody watch Eliminate? I used to watch Parental Control. I feel like I should have went on that show. When I wanted to go on this show called Made that used to come on MTV. Eliminate used to come on the same channel as Cheaters. And now that I'm trying to explain it, I can't remember. It was Eliminate, and it was a show, I think it was called Blind Date or something like that. See, now y'all got me looking up. Let's see, Eliminate. It used to come on back in 2001 to 2003. And basically, like, they would go on a date, and it would be like 5 people on the date, and then you go to each round, and they would eliminate somebody. I think it used to come on UPN. I don't know what channel, y'all. Don't quote me. And then Blind Date used to come on that same channel, and I used to like those. And then MTV, I used to like all those shows like Room Raiders. The Dated Naked one, if I had like my old body, yes, I probably wouldn't mind. If I, was younger. I haven't watched 16 and Pregnant since back then when it first came out. Like the OG Teen Mom people, like Caitlyn and Bentley, Amber and Gary. But I mean, I presume that all of those people are like my age now, so they're not, obviously they wouldn't be on the show because they're not teen moms anymore. So the show would have to go on. I used to want to go on this show called Made, and I wanted them to help me be a singer. Or it used to be this show on MTV. I think it was called, damn, what's the name? I can't remember now, but basically it was a show that used to help people lose weight. That's the show I would have went on. Like for 6 weeks, they bring you on the show and they help you change your whole body. Let me see, I'm finna look it up. They get you a trainer. Let's see, MTV weight loss show. I used to be fat. I used to be fat. That's the name of it. I used to be fat. And it was overweight teens. They helped them lose weight before they go to college or whatever. I wanted to go on that show. A girl from my high school went on the show, actually. That's when I was like, dang, I could have went on that show. I could have been on Love After Lockup. I say that all the time. Like, if that show would have been out back when I was in that situation, we could have made some money. I always say that. I would have been the Megan and the Michael and the Sarah. I'm trying to tell y'all. They always come out with shows that I would be good for after the fact. The only other show I can think of that I could probably go on and not feel like super weird about would be like Wife Swap. I would go on Wife Swap. I don't know if Des would like that, but I wouldn't mind going on Wife Swap. Me too. Just don't put me somewhere with people who don't like black people. But other than that, I don't mind. Like, just put me with a different family dynamic and let me see how that is, and let's see how that goes. I didn't mean to make you. Well, I'm glad I made you smile or laugh, but yeah. I wouldn't be happy. I would not be happy if they sent me out there. But I would want my check. I would want my check. And it's like they're bringing back a lot of the old shows. Like Bridezilla came back, and now Lonnie Love hosts it. WeTV has some good shows. I like watching WeTV. Did somebody say they watched 90 Day Fiance? I heard people say recommend it. I couldn't really get into it. I miss Supermarket Sweet. Oh my gosh. I went over to meet my middle school boyfriend's mom, and I asked, do your mama like colored people? And he was like, what? Oh my gosh. It's back. What channel? I watch it on and off. It's okay, Shayla. Knowing me, I'd get someone's bad kid with no discipline. With a new lady, you should watch. It comes on Sunday. Do it come on Food Network, Kira? Y'all need to beat on this. Everybody got different ways of raising their kids. That's why I'm like, I'm real picky sometimes. Okay, yeah, let me know, Kira. When I was growing up, I feel like that show used to come on a regular basic cable channel. They used to have some good shows when I was growing up. Shayla, teach me the way, okay? My son thinks I'm a joke. When I tell him stuff, he don't believe me until he about to get in trouble. Then he want to believe me. I don't know. I think this quarantine schooling has really just gotten to him a lot, honestly. I had a smart mouth, but when my parents told me to do stuff, I would do it. Josiah, I have to tell him multiple times to do stuff. And it's like if I cut the TV off or, threaten to punish him in another way, then he'll stop doing the said thing. But I can't just get that reaction of my mama told me to do something, so I'm going to do it right now. I don't know. Like, I think I messed up and I laughed at him one time because he was being bad, but it was funny. And now he thinks I'm a joke. And this was like when he was like 3. So now he thinks like if he can make me smile while he's in trouble that I'm playing with him. Be free birds. It's not their fault. They are stuck at home. That ain't no lie at all, Shayla. I had to give in sometime and just let him be a kid because my child is only 5 years old. So doing kindergarten from home, I've become a teacher's aide, I work full time. I help him with school full time. My husband, he started a new job. So he used to be here during the day, but he's not now. So it'll just be me and Josiah. So sometimes I just let him have his leeway, but he's very bright and he's doing very good in school. So I don't try to be too tough on him, but it's a battle. Sometimes, I can't give in all the time, but it can be difficult sometimes. I'm the parent that feel bad after I... Oh, they don't want to talk to you. Yeah, I'm like, I love you, right? Mommy just wants you to listen, okay? And he'd be like, My dad used to send me a Mall America and drop $200 after whooping me. Yeah, dads be feeling guilty about whooping their daughters. Mamas don't, though. And I feel guilty when I have to whoop Saya. Like, I don't want you to be feeling like we don't love you. We do love you. We just want you to listen. That's all. I work from home and sometimes I lay in my bed with my laptop. It just depends. But because he has to be on video the entire time, I try not to have him like laying down because it can be distracting to the other kids. But like they have a lot of breaks. They give them a lot of breaks. So then during the breaks, I let him, get up and stuff like that. Look, I said what I said. I will love you when I calm down. You will understand, D. You will. I didn't pack no bag. I just used to sit in my room and cry and be mad. Like, I hate it here. I'm gonna live with my dad. Oh, then you had to go back, and then you probably got in trouble. It was fun hanging. I'll see you soon. Thank you for spending time with me, Shayla. Have a good night. Man, I got on my bike with nothing. Then my neighbor asked where I was going, and I said I was running away. He asked what I was going to eat. That made me put my bike back up and go inside. Then he snitched on me, too. The neighbors be so fake. Nowadays, neighbors mind their business, though. You know, when I was little, our neighbors used to tell everything. Now, your neighbors ain't doing nothing but minding their own business. It's definitely different. Like, neighbors would call and be like, I saw Yo-sha outside talking to some boy, and then you get in the house and you get in trouble because somebody done told on you. It's completely different. Now, your neighbors don't even know your name. Unless, you know, you're friends with your neighbors, but we don't be friends. Hey, Fatima. We just talking about some of everything. Right now, we talking about literally neighbors, but just like the way things are different than how it used to be back in the day when we were growing up versus now. You can ask me any question. We can redirect the question to relationships if you want. D, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but I'm with Dad. I would bring that up too. That was probably traumatic for him. And it's not funny. That's some Scorpio energy right there. I want you to know that. That's so sneaky of you. Oh my God, girl. Don't do that no more. Okay, you can DM me later. We can talk about it. I don't know what to say to my ex to make him understand that hurt and pain he bring me. I don't know what to do or say. Is your ex trying to get you back right now or something? Well, damn, D. You mean. I wasn't gonna say what D said. I was gonna knock my phone down. That's what I was gonna do. If your ex is not, let's see. I guess I'm trying to figure out if your ex, kind of like what D said, but not the way she said it. Like, is your ex trying to talk to you? Because if he isn't, you don't need to say anything. Right. Is she on the laptop? She got to be on the laptop, Kira. Did it charge? Let me make sure it's charged. It charged. Okay. No, like, it's literally, I do mean, like, for example, if your ex is trying to get you back, then you're trying to communicate with your ex to tell you, like, you know, it really hurt me that you did X, Y, and Z. I'm not ready to get back with you. But, like, if you and your ex just broke up and he really hurt you, he's not going to receive whatever you say, no matter how you say it. He will care when you don't care anymore. Because unfortunately, women care too soon and men care too late in a lot of those situations. Like with my son's father, when we broke up, like when he broke up with me, I was so hurt and I was crying and I was texting him and, you know, explaining how I felt and writing these long messages. And he was like writing me back short answers or just ignoring me altogether. Then when I decided that I wanted to be done, he was blowing my phone up, blowing my social media up. Then he realized that he got blocked. Now, the last time that we, you know, broke up, I blocked him and everything because I was like, I'm going to move on. And then he realized, like, dang, she don't care no more. Let me do stupid stuff to get her attention. And him and I, we're not on bad terms now. I'm just talking about back then, like, when it was all fresh and everything. So, honestly, if he's showing you that he don't care, don't put no more of your time and your energy into it. I know it hurts, but you gotta stop. You gotta stop talking to him. Like, don't give him no more attention. Because right now, all that is doing is feeding his ego. And he's not gonna give you the reaction that you want. I know that you're in your mind, you probably are trying to think of some ideal closure situation. Like, okay, y'all aren't together, but you can talk through it and y'all can still be friends. Or y'all can talk through it and y'all can just be on decent terms. But if he's being immature about it and selfish because he kind of want to do his own thing, he's not going to give you the reaction that you want. And so you're setting an expectation in your head that by talking to him, y'all will be able to kind of work things out. But if he's not on the same page as you, you're not gonna get the outcome that you're looking for. So I wouldn't say nothing else. He knows. So you said he leaving you on red. Yeah, see, and that's rude. Cause if you got an iPhone and you showing me that you read my messages and you not replying, block him, girl. Block him. And block him on social media so that you don't be like trying to keep up with what he's doing. Like, and then at the same time, he ain't gonna have access to you neither. Because if you block him, he can't see what you're doing. He can't keep tabs on you. You contacting him, you letting him know that you still thinking about him. But let his mind wander, okay? Like, stop contacting him. I know it's easier said than done, but find something else to occupy yourself and don't text him no more. All it do is feed the ego, like for real. Kara, you got a magic wand if you guess this man's zodiac sign. I've been knowing him for 12 years, and we were each other for real relationship, and his family loved me. Girl, forget that family. I almost cursed. I almost cursed. The family does not mean anything. Let me tell you something. Family can be fake as hell to significant others. And I'm not trying to be mean. His family probably do love you, but his family also know that he's a Cancer. He ain't no Capricorn. He a Cancer. Dang. My husband a Cancer, y'all. I don't know. Cancers are crazy. Y'all, I'm just being honest. My sister was a Cancer too. Them Cancers, they have double standards. They always play the victim. What else wrong with Cancers? They emotional when it comes to themselves, but when they do stuff to other people, they don't care. Slow to apologize, hold grudges. And sometimes the family doesn't know what's going on, but it's like if you're going to stop talking to him, you got to let the family go too. You know what I mean? If the mama reaches out to you or something, and you could just like be cordial with her, but don't give her no information about what you're doing because it will get back to him. And I don't know. I'm just being honest with you, girl. When I decided to move on, I blocked grandma. I blocked everybody, okay? Like, there was no more being friends on social media with none of them because it's like, I don't need you trying to secretly keep tabs on me. I don't need you in my business. I'm trying to move on. Like, I'm sorry it wasn't y'all, but it's like one band, one sound. If I block his ass, I'm blocking all of y'all because I'm trying to move on. And if he broke it up, like, he can explain to his people why you ain't coming around. They not dumb. They know something different is going on. I don't know. I'm having flashbacks right now because I'm like, do y'all have kids together? Is she really ready to move on? It don't sound about the questions asking. Yeah, Kara, that's true. Aquarius, some Aquariuses do move on quick. Kara, he keeps saying you never know what the future may hold. What do that mean? No, I'm in love with him. I mean, after 12 years, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Are you in your 20s? You don't have to tell me your exact age. Are you in your 20s or... I'm finna say, well, the Aquariuses will stick around with somebody, but they can be kind of emotionless or come off like they don't care about stuff. You in your 20s. You sound like you about my age. I don't know, sis. They fall easy and tolerate a lot of things. That sound like a Taurus. That's my sign. I can't even give you advice on that. It's a day at a time. Yeah, because I have some girl cousins that are Aquariuses and they don't give a damn. Like, they can move on real quick. I'm like, give me some of that. Like, where was that when I was single? Like, I wish I would have had more of that. I was so caught up in trying to be like a wife. I wish that I would have just slowed my ass down somewhere. Like, not that being a wife is a bad thing, y'all, but I'm just saying, like, I really should have just chilled on that. No, those roses are not, no, they're not real. They're just there. So about 10 years, and we was best friends then, and we started dating when we were 23. Okay, so why did y'all break up? Thank you so much. I know January and February Aquarius is a Kira. Girl, me too. I'm trying to be traveling and living my best life. My cousin is a February Aquarius. And my friend from school, she a January. Oh, that's beautiful. God is the most great. Thank you. I have to translate stuff because sometimes folks be trying to be slick and say mean things in different languages. Like Google don't have a translate. But thank you for those kind words. What was I about to say? My cousin is a February Aquarius, and my friend from college is January Aquarius, and that one moves on real quick. She do not care. The January one, move on real quick. Don't care. The February one, she can be, I feel like she can be quick to cut off like family members, friends, even if she start feeling fed up. But when it comes to her dude, like, she's real solid with him. But when it comes to other people, she could just cut you off and it don't matter to her. February 3rd. So you're a February Aquarius. I don't know. I don't know. Even if you do, even if you are still in love, I think I'm gonna just give you the same advice that I was saying earlier. Try to maintain some individuality aside from your relationship with him. Think about some things that you enjoy doing that don't have nothing to do with him. Pick up some sort of hobby or some sort of new friendship or something like that, so that you can be kept busy, and stop contacting him so much. Like, even if you do love him, like, he knows that you love him. So you don't need to do anything else for him to know that you love him, because he knows this already. But you don't want to, like, you just don't want to waste your young years, your best years. Like, I don't know. I felt the way that you felt before. And all I can say is that, like, I know you probably think, like, he's the best. He's your best friend. Y'all, he's your first real relationship. Y'all have awesome chemistry and everything like that. But believe me when I say that he's not the only person who can make you feel. There we go. That's a better angle. Anyway, he's not the only person that can make you feel the way that you feel about him. It's just that he's the only person that has made you feel this way so far. I used to feel the same way about every boyfriend that I had, and honestly, like I said, as I moved on, I got to see like other men were able to make me feel that way too. But it's just that when I was dealing with the loss of that relationship, I felt down. I missed the person that I was with before. But in moving on, I got to meet new people and they brought up the same feelings. Like, I had a whole baby with somebody, and I thought that I would never find somebody who would love me and make me feel the way that my husband does. And you know, I met my husband afterwards. So I'm just to say, don't sit and wait for this for so long that you don't heal and you miss out on opportunities to meet somebody else. That'd be great. You know, and that's okay. Your guard should be up. You should be feeling yourself. Congratulations on the 30 pounds that you lost. That's awesome. You making more money. It sounds like everything is falling in place. And maybe this relationship is the last thing that needs to fall in place either way so that you can get to the next place. You glowing up. You don't need him. If it's not healthy, if it's toxic, you don't need it. I don't like when I let that dead weight go, I got a promotion. I was able to meet Dez, which is my husband. Stuff just got better. It just got better. I mean, and when me and him, we've had our ups and downs. I'm not saying that everything is just perfect with us because it wasn't. But in the moment of that season, it felt like perfection. Like more money. I was happier. I lost weight after getting out of that relationship. I mean, I done gained it now. But at the time, I was flourishing, okay? Oh, I know. I've been there. I really have. And that's the thing. Your love shouldn't hurt. Like, love shouldn't make you feel this way. Like, what is he doing while you're crying? You know? Is he checking on you? Is he showing you any sort of care? Or is he, like, kind of just doing his own thing? You deserve better than that. You really do. You deserve better. And that's what I mean. Like, you deserve to be happy. You shouldn't be crying yourself to sleep at night. I know you don't know me and I don't know you, but I really hope that you understand how special you are and how a guy would be really blessed and lucky to have somebody with a good head on their shoulders and a good heart and, you know, all the different things that you bring to the table. A guy would be lucky to have you. Don't settle. And don't stick around and let stuff get worse. That's one thing that I did, and I won't say I regret because everything comes with a lesson learned, but it was so many signs that I should have left a lot of my past situations alone, but I didn't. And things always got worse. If you think you're hurt now, imagine if you get pregnant and then you have to deal with an absent father. Or imagine if, you know, you still try to involve yourself with him sexually and he gives you an STD. Or if you involve yourself with him and then, you know, some other drama of some sort comes about that you could avoid by just leaving him alone. He only comes around when he know that day is important to me. He would stick around for 3 days, then go ghost on the fourth day. What do you mean by what day is important? Like your birthday or something? I feel like I had too many tabs up. Now my computer's starting to freeze up. Am I frozen, y'all? I know I keep asking that. I have to, okay, so offline, I'm gonna have to have you show me how to set that up because I don't know how to set it up, but I want to do it. Alicia wants me to go live with her on Instagram, and I told her that I would eventually, but I want to do it here on YouTube because my people are over here. Like, I have about almost 2,000 on Instagram. I wanted to reach it by the end of the year. I don't know if I will or not, but I guess I need to start using it more. I'm more consistent here than I am on Instagram. But on Instagram, you can bring people up to go live with you, and you don't have to use like a separate thing to do it. You just like it's built into Instagram. You can like tap a friend to go live with you and everything. Versus here, it's like you have to use StreamYard or some other thing that's like StreamYard. Which I don't mind because I do want to start doing like collaborative lives with my friends like you, Kira, and some other people like to do like real talks. Like look, the last time I was live, somebody said I should do like a relationship panels discussion with some single women, married women, and some single men, married men, and just kind of have a talk about all these different type of relationship things. I would love to still do that. So we would definitely need like StreamYard for that because you can't like unless I did it on Instagram, which I still don't really want to do it there. I want to do it here on YouTube so people could play it back. I would have to use StreamYard so that we could have multiple people at the same time. He know our anniversary came up and he stuck around for 3 days and went ghost and my baby passed and I know he gonna come around for 3 days and go ghost. Oh. So you had a child with him and the baby passed, or you had a child before with someone else and your baby passed? Either way, I'm sorry to hear that the baby passed. I don't know. It just sounds like mind games. For what you're saying, it sounds like he's playing with your emotions because he knows that you still care. And you're detailing to us patterns of behavior. So it's like if you know that, I'm sorry, my eye is itching. If you know that he is gonna do that, like don't keep letting him do it. It's easier said than done. Trust me. But you know, people only do what you allow them to do. Even if you just make up a date, maybe you're not ready this month, but maybe like after Christmas, after Christmas, you could set yourself a deadline. This is what I would do for real, because I already know how you feel. So you probably not ready today, and that's fine. But set yourself a deadline. Let it be Christmas. Let it be after December 31st, 2020. If such and such does not change, then you can put yourself, okay, if he doesn't change the behavior and show me some sort of effort consistently, then on January 1st, I'm going to block him. Or if you're not ready to block him, you could say, I'm not going to text him first anymore. That can be a big step. Don't text him first. Let him text you first. Let him check on you. Let him see what you got going on. And I promise you, if you start moving in those small steps, do not tell him that he has until December 31st, because then it's going to be a game for him to try to challenge it and keep you hooked in there. You set the deadline for yourself. Don't say nothing to him about your deadline. Just keep doing what you've been doing. December 31st. If you know, it's been like today's the 28th. It's been a month and some days. He's still being inconsistent. Y'all ain't together, you know, whatever. Then you start taking baby steps, and this is going to help you move on. You start with not texting him first about nothing. Don't text him first. Don't tell him Happy New Year, Happy Birthday, Happy nothing. Just leave him alone. And then once you get used to not talking to him for a couple days, from there you could try to block him or like remove him off your social media. If you're not ready to remove him off your social media, you can, there's settings on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know what other social media you have, but you can hide your story. You can hide your posts from certain people. Do that so he can't see what you're doing. Remove yourself slowly so that you can see how he reacts. And if he doesn't reach out, then you have your answer and you need to go ahead and move forward. It's gonna be hard, but I always say you gotta choose your heart. It's hard right now for you to be sad every day and feel like you in this relationship by yourself and just wondering what happened. It's gonna be hard for you to move on and heal. That's not easy, but it's going to have rewards, you know? The thing about relationships is it's got to be the two of you working at it. If it's just you, it's going to feel like you carrying 100% of the load by yourself. That's not fair. It's not fair to you. I don't know why y'all broke up. I don't know whose fault it is. And I honestly don't even need those details. If y'all are both not on the same page about trying to work that out, then there's no point in you putting all your time and energy into him and you draining yourself. You pouring into him from an empty cup at this point. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Hey, Afua! That's one of my besties. Hey, girl. I didn't even know I was telling your life. Honestly, I'm telling my life. In my head, the year that I ended stuff like for good with my son's dad, I set December 31st as the deadline, but he showed his colors in the summer, like after my son's birthday. So it just so happened that the deadline came before, and it was by his action, and he broke up with me. And I was so hurt. Like I said, I was texting him and sending him all these messages and pouring out how I felt. And he was being really nonchalant, like not replying, being short because he was like cheating and doing whatever he wanted to do. And so then once I, calmed down and everything, I was like, you know what? I'm not really happy anyway. I'm going to stop contacting him. Now, we had a kid, so I can't, not respond. At least initially, I wasn't trying to, just ghost him completely because we had a son. But we don't need to follow each other on social media. I don't need to text you to check on you. You can text me to check on your child. And then from there, all that stuff is on my channel. But the point is, once I stopped caring so much and he could see that, that's when he started to try to care. And at that point, I was like, no, you're not going to keep on playing these emotional games with me. You know that I care about you, and you know that I would do almost anything for you, but you're taking my kindness for weakness, and you're just doing whatever you want. You don't care about how that hurts me. You know what I mean? And then, it was just the best decision ever, and it got easier. It was really tough, the first week or two, and then it just gradually got easier. It really did. I'm not just saying, I swear. It gradually got easier. Then I started to go back out more. I started to work out. Like you said, you lost 30 pounds. I would recommend, getting back to you. Start working out more. If you like to cook. Hey, D, welcome back. If you like to watch your favorite shows. It's so much you could be doing with your time. You might end up running into somebody. I know it's kind of different because we got the whole pandemic, so people aren't really partying and stuff. Well, some folks are. Atlanta never stopped partying. But my point is that if you start to focus that attention somewhere else and be intentional about it, you really can give him less power. Right now you're giving him all the power because it's you're so focused about him. And he don't deserve that no more right now. Right now, he told you he don't want to be with you, by his actions. Not with his words. I don't know what his words were, but with his actions, he's saying he don't want to be with you. I can fit in a large and a medium now. Girl, I'm a 2X. I'm so proud of you. You lost that 30 pounds for me, girl. No, but for real, I've been doing my Zumba. I've been trying to get myself back together too, because I feel like I lost some of what was important to me. So I've been starting to like cook more. I've been trying to work out more. I was thinking about doing, I need to drop like 90, y'all. Like, but I'd be happy with 30. If I could lose 30 before March, that'd be great. But my point is, like, I was thinking about doing a challenge. Hey, Shayla, welcome back. I was thinking about doing like a 30-day challenge on my for December to see if I can get if I can work out every day for 30 days, even if I just like walk or dance in my living room for 30 days just to see what happens, because I'm really trying to reset myself mentally. And the last few months I've just kind of fell off a little bit. And like I think my body has gotten used to Zumba because I've been doing it for like 3 years now. And, okay, let's do it. You can be my accountability friend. Yeah, I just want to see like what happens. And I did go to Zumba earlier, and that was good. But realistically, I can't go to the gym every day, especially because I have Saya, and I can't go every day. So I'm gonna have to start like making my home a place where I can work out, and that's where I need to practice with consistency. Because if I leave it up to the days that I go to the gym, I would really only be able to go to the gym twice a week, and that's really not enough. Like, it's something, but it's not enough to make me lose weight. It's just helping me like maintain my weight. Like when I was vlogging every week, which I might go back to doing that too. When I was vlogging every week, y'all probably saw I was losing like a half a pound or something like that. And I feel like that's really slow. Like, especially because I am a little bigger. When I was losing weight before, I was able to lose like 2 to 3 pounds in a week, or at least 1 in a week. But to constantly see your scale going up by like half an ounce is like, see, and I need to get addicted again because I want to feel good about myself. I was thinking about ordering some waist beads. Does anybody use waist beads on here? Anybody wear waist beads? I have a friend, her name is Shelby, and she has an Etsy, and it's called J&M Designs. And she makes really pretty waist beads. So I was going to order myself some waist beads so I could feel cute. You know, maybe for Christmas, buy myself some cute little plus size workout sets and just start working out at home, because I like to dance. So I could dance here in the living room. I can walk. Walking can be boring, but I can walk. I was considering like looking to get a used treadmill, because if I did do that, then I would walk. Because like I don't really like walking outside in the cold. But at least if I'm walking here, I could watch TV while I walk for an hour or something. But waist beads, some people use them like spiritually. And then some people use them to track their weight loss. They're just some really cute. Oh, they broke it. My friend Jessica bought a treadmill off OfferUp too, or not OfferUp. I'm sorry, Facebook Marketplace. I think she said that's where she got it from, and she said that's how she kept herself in shape during the pandemic. And I mean, if it's only a couple $100s, I don't mind paying it. But I just thought, I used to think that equipment was like real expensive, like in the thousands. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep going to the gym. But if things shut down again, I don't want to be in a situation where I don't work out for 4 months, because that really screwed up my progress. At the beginning of the year, I was doing pretty good. And I had gotten down to a lower weight. And pretty much I gained all that weight back. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. And I think I'm going to do like a low carb diet, not keto, but just low carb. Like I went to the grocery store earlier and I got like a bunch of broccoli, cauliflower rice, chicken, fish, you know, that type of stuff. What else is in there? Asparagus. Like I try to get a bunch of healthy stuff so I can start eating more healthy foods. But my biggest issue is snacking. When I snack, I always want something sweet, and it's not like fruit. I'll be wanting like pie, cake. So I'm really trying to reset myself come December. For real, for real. I feel so good. My body to the point where I walk around with no clothes on because I'm proud of myself. Coming from 2X to large and medium. I know that's right. Girl, I walk around like that now because I just like being comfortable. But when you lose weight, you do be feeling better about your body. And that's the best feeling ever. Like, that's the best way to take care of self. I love it. Like, when I was losing all that weight earlier this year, I definitely felt the same way. Like, let's go try on clothes. Like, let's go shop just to try on clothes. It sounds like that's something that you might be into. So, yeah, do more of that, girl. Watch YouTube videos. Make you some new friends online. Download one of them dating apps. Have you some fun, girl. When I used to have one, I used to work out on that, and I heard if cases increase, we'll shut it down when he gets in the gym. Yeah, see, and I don't not believe it because the cases are going up everywhere. Yes. Okay, Fatima, let me live through you, girl. Well, since we're talking weight loss, what do you think helped you to lose the weight aside from exercise? Did you like intermittent fast? Did you do anything like diet wise? Or do you think it was just you working out? And what kind of working out do you do? Do you lift weights? One of my best friends recommended that I do intermittent fasting. And I'm kind of concerned about trying it. You know, like what window would work for me? Because I stay up late a lot. So sometimes I eat dinner kind of late. So I would probably need to do a window like 12 to 9 or 11:30 to 8:30 or something like that. Oh, okay. So this affirmation right here, I guess I do need to do intermittent fasting. Everybody in the chat like, yes, girl, it works. What hours do y'all be doing? Okay, you said you stop after 7. I'm going to have to get up earlier then. Because ideally, like, I go back to when I was in college. I used to be really into working out. I really did. And I used to, like my friend Afua is a friend from college. She can probably cuss on. I used to work out sometimes twice a day. And we used to drink and party and I could dance all night. And now I get tired, like after doing like one song. Zumba kicked my butt today, but it was because I hadn't been to the gym in about a week and a half because I had just come off my cycle. So like I think my cycle stopped Thanksgiving and I hadn't worked out since the last week. So when I did Zumba today, which was like an hour of dance, my Zumba instructor is lit, okay? We do Meg Thee Stallion, we do like soca, we do Afrobeat. It's a little bit of everything, but it's high impact. So that workout kicked my butt. But I remember when I was like 19, 20, I used to be able to work out twice a day. I would do like 45 minutes on the elliptical in the evening, and then in the morning I might do some sort of Zumba class or something so that I would have enough calories so I could drink and everything. And like I used to be real like thick, more of like a you know, I won't say slim. I've never been slim, but I was a thick, like a nice thick, not fat, not like not just fat. Like I had a nice shape. I had a belly ring and everything. Like I used to be real, you know. So, I mean, I want to believe that I can get back to it, but the more time goes on, I'm like, I don't know. I would really have to lose like 75 pounds and tone to get to where I need to get kind of close to where I want to be. But y'all got me wanting to fast, okay? Yeah, that's like the 6th person that told me to try it. But you say 12 to 6, 1 to 6:30. You walk in the morning, okay. And the other thing I was considering doing was working out twice a day, like once very early in the morning and then once after work. Because, I mean, if I did some sort of dance workout early in the morning and then turn around and do it again in the evening, I feel like that would help speed up my metabolism too. Ooh, hold on, my eyes itching. I would recommend start at 12 and fast and add an hour a day for a couple of days until you get to at least 16 hours. Last meal at 6, I'm just breaking my fast. I think I'm doing it wrong. I used to love hot fries, Fatima. Oh my gosh. Hot fries, Takis, and hot Cheetos. My eyes are itchy. I'm sorry. So on Saturdays and Sundays, what do you do? Because you said Monday through Friday. And you said 1 to 6. So y'all be skipping breakfast. Do y'all drink tea or black coffee, or you just drink a lot of water in the morning? Do you even be hungry during the morning, or is your body used to it? And how long did it take for your body to get used to eating just during a certain time? Because the crazy thing about me is on the weekends, sometimes I fast unintentionally. Like today, I didn't eat my first meal until 2 o'clock, but that was because I worked out and did fasted cardio. Then I went to the grocery store. That took an hour. Then I came back and put the groceries up. And then I didn't end up eating until 2 o'clock, my first meal. And that was really the only meal I ate today. And then I got hungry before I got on live and I ate cookies. Tea, the warmth makes me less hungry. Okay, I can do tea. I don't like coffee. Oh, well, see, on the weekends, you probably need more calories if you're lifting weights, like protein and stuff. Plain hot tea. I don't eat a lot, so it wasn't a big adjustment. And see, Shayla, I think you shared on one of my weight loss videos that you had lost a lot of weight too. See, I'm listening, y'all. I'm for real. I'm really trying to get it right. Cause I don't want to lay on the table, y'all. Like, I know I be saying it a lot, but that's scary to me, you know? And then the thing about getting weight loss surgery or a sleeve or anything like that is that it really changes what you can eat for the rest of your life afterwards. And if you decide not to listen, you could get yourself sick, or you risk like gaining the weight back. And I don't know. I like the freedom of being able to do it naturally and then have cheat meals if I want. Yeah, and don't beat yourself up about it. The quarantine has done that to all of us. But I'm noticing this chin. I'm like, dang, I got a whole chin. Like, I gained a lot of weight during quarantine. Like I said, I don't even care about sharing the numbers because it's on my channel. Right now, my weight is in the 260s. Back in, what was it? Back in March, I was 240. And I won a diet bet contest with my friend Victoria. And I had lost 12 pounds in a month. But I had lost maybe like, because I started the year, I think at 260, I think. Was it 260 or 270? I don't know, but I had lost like 20 pounds during the first couple of months of the year. And I lost 12 in a month and I won a diet bet contest. And then I slowly started putting on weight once the pandemic hit. And I would say this, the pandemic hit us real hard and we got sent home and the city shut down back in March. Then about a month later, my sister passed. And I think that's when I really just kind of went into like a shock and like kind of like emotionally eating and stuff like that. But then when stuff started to open back up, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start going back to the gym again. And I did, but it was like I wasn't seeing any progress in my weight loss. It was like I'm losing a half a pound or I'm losing like 1 pound. And then I gained that pound back. So it kind of got discouraging. But I didn't try intermittent fasting. So maybe I need to do that next. Kira, that's my struggle too. I I want to, and that's the thing, I want to take my measurements, Shayla, because the scale lies sometimes. Even when I was losing weight earlier in the year, my scale wasn't always saying that I was losing, but then my pants started fitting looser and my face started looking slimmer. And then friends who hadn't seen me in a while was like, you look like you losing weight. So I felt it in my body, and I had more stamina when I was dancing and stuff like that. Versus like now, the scale is matching up with how I feel, you know? So the reason why I wanted to do the waist beads is because you can track your weight loss, because the beads will get looser on your body as you lose weight. And I also wanted to do measurements so that I can compare what I'm losing from, like, you know, my bust, my stomach, etc. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I I get my real hair pressed out about that often. Might be a little less. I say maybe 2 to 3 times a year. So like when I get my hair pressed out, I usually will let someone trim it for me while it's straight. So no, I don't think that that's bad. I also don't think it's bad to skip trims if your hair is healthy and you keep it braided up. Because to me, some people trim their hair too much. I don't think 5 months is bad. But some people will trim their hair like every 6 weeks. And I'm like, you don't need to trim your hair that often, especially if you're not wearing your hair straight all the time. Like if you wear your hair in like a silk press, it makes sense to keep your hair trimmed, because when your hair is not even, it looks like your press, it won't wrap and everything. But like with natural hair, if you wearing your hair like braids, sew-ins, wigs, wash and go, it don't make sense to constantly trim it, because you just cutting off extra hair. To me, you cutting off extra hair. And I think that most people's hair grow when you leave it alone. So over manipulation, cutting it too much, I don't think is good. But like I said, 5 months is not bad. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I keep my hair braided up, and then when I feel like I need my hair to breathe, I'll wear my hair, go let somebody straighten it out for me, and cut my ends. And then I'll wear my hair for maybe like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and then I'll braid it back up again. I wanted my hair cut from curly, but Cassandra actually pressed me out. So I do have a little bit of like straight pieces in the front, and I can see them, and y'all probably can see them now because I'm pulling it. So when I get my next trim, I'm going to see what my options are with framing my face, so that I can try to get them to cut the rest of these straight ends off in the front. Most of my hair in the back, or all of my hair in the back, is natural. You can see the difference. Like it's shorter and everything. Like it just goes like real springy. But that front, I think, is still stretching out longer, because it is a little bit longer, but also because I have these straight ends. So that's the other reason why I like to trim it a couple times a year too, just in case I have some ends that aren't curling like they need to. Yes, like less tension on your hair is good. Like for me, I struggle with my edges. Like I'm not bald or nothing, but my edges are a little bit thinner. And it's because I did a lot of box braids. I did a lot of like them tribal braids and stuff like that. And it pulls and it's tension on your hair. So even though braids can grow your hair, sometimes the tension can cause your hair to get like, you can get them little bumps, or it just can thin it out. So I find that cornrows are like the better type of braid to get. Especially if your hair is long enough to braid your real hair. If you can braid your real hair down, then it will help your hair grow better than single braids. Because sometimes those single braids can pull out the edges. But just, tell the person doing your hair not to grip so tight if you like to wear box braids. This year, I wore a lot of wigs. Last year, I used to wear a lot of braids. I love wild growth oil. That's why my edges aren't bald. I love it. I use both bottles, the yellow and the green. Oh yeah, that sounds good. So I got my hair last blown out in August. So I was thinking about going maybe January or February to get it done. Let them trim it off. That's what I was thinking. Not too soon, but not too late. I'm trying to allow it some time to grow out a little more before I cut this off. But sometimes when I see my hair, like how it's looking, it's just so straight. I would just be wanting to take my scissors myself and just cut it right on off. But I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to mess myself up. Do you have David's Bridal, D? A David's Bridal? Are you getting married at the courthouse or are you having a wedding? Like, are y'all getting married and having a wedding this year? Or are you going to get married and then have a wedding later? How's your hair right now, Fatima? Oh, I love it. Intimate is better anyway, really. I ordered my wedding dress online too, Kara, from David's Bridal. I got this really cute dress for $99 off of David's Bridal. And it was a nice dress. So check David's Bridal. If you have one near you, you can order the dress online, but you can try it on in the store, I think. Cause that's what I did, I think. Oh wait, I just lied. I found the dress online and it said it was in the store. And then I went to go try it on. But I got the price that was online because it was online too. It's some women who order theirs from Amazon. I've seen the Amazon has some pretty wedding dresses. I was looking. Like when I couldn't find my dress, I did look on Amazon. So check them too. And the reviews, because the ladies be having reviews with them in the pictures. Like, look at the pictures, and you'll see women wearing wedding dresses from Amazon. I can kind of see it on a computer, but it's like a really small circle. But I do see, like, your hair. Yes, Amazon actually sells, like, prom dresses, wedding dress, all of that. I promise you I was looking. And I ordered a lot of the stuff for our reception from there. Like our what did I order? Bows for the chairs, plates, decorative napkins, utensils, my cake cutter set, a topper for my cake. I ordered quite a few things from Amazon. Amazon has a nice wedding selection on a budget. So I helped decorate my wedding. I didn't do it myself. My husband's like family friend did all the decorating, but I ordered a lot of the stuff. So like she did it for us for free, but I had to order the stuff to make it happen. So we went to a wholesale store for some of the stuff, and then we ordered a lot of stuff on Amazon. No problem. We was on a budget, though. I wish I would have just let someone else do it. Like, the time and the effort and money that I saved and still spent, I should have just, like, paid someone else to take over it, because I think that's part of why I didn't enjoy my wedding experience that much, was because I was too hands-on in the wedding planning. I wish, like in hindsight, I wish I would have let somebody else do it. Thank you. Y'all, it's midnight. How do we stay on here until midnight? I looked up and it say 12:05. I never tried Facebook before. I've never been live on Facebook. Well, actually, I have, but not recently. I went live like maybe like when Josiah was like 2. He had spilled lotion everywhere, and I put him on Facebook Live because I couldn't believe that he did it. But I'll keep it in mind. I actually have a Facebook page for my YouTube, and it's Miss Exclusive 4. I'm about to give it to you so that you can like it, because maybe that's something I can do in the future, is go live from my Miss Exclusive 4 page and do some sort of real talk. I gotta do some research about how to like do the beam up and all that. I don't know. I watch other people on Facebook Live sometimes, but I've never like did it myself. I know some people use it and then it'll say like wave to them or something like that, but I don't know how to use it for myself. I never used it before. Like for myself. I used it when Josiah was like 2 and he slipped and he had the lotion all over my room and I thought it was funny, but I haven't used it like recently for myself. I've only done YouTube Live. Okay, thank you. I cannot believe it's Sunday. Hey, Des. They can't see you. Come back.
What?
You can walk through the kitchen. They can't see you.
It's fine. You might go finish watching the fight.
The fight is still on this late?
They're around 3 or 6.
Oh.
They had Snoop do this big performance before they started the last fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they had Snoop perform, Wiz, YG, French Montana.
So the fight is a whole concert.
Sway Lee, and
Kira said who winning right now?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. That said Mike Tyson.
Roy Jones ain't landing a lot of punches.
Oh.
So Mike is probably going to end up winning the fight.
You think Mike is going to win?
Yeah, because Mike came in and pretty much tried to knock his ribs out the side of his stomach. So.
She said my hubby bet on him, LOL.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, he was the favorite by a lot. Even though he ain't been in the ring in the last 15 years.
What do trimming do to your hair? Make it grow? I think trimming does make your hair grow longer. I do. Every time I trim my hair, it ends up growing. But I think trimming and then keeping heat off of it. Like, trim it. You know, you can get it blown out or straighten and then trim it and then keep heat off of it, you know, after your trim. Maybe do some more protective styles and low manipulation. I think that makes it grow. Des, yes. What time did the fight start? The fight just started like 15 minutes ago. He said it started right before, well, I don't know if you on the East Coast, but he said it started about 15 minutes ago. So here it's 12:10 a.m. So it started probably like around 11:50.
Yeah, it's a short
You
fight.
found some cute ones? Yay, D. I'm so excited for you. Feel free to send me pictures. Well, if you want to. I know, like, you might not want anybody to see it. But if you want to share pictures.
It's a really short fight. They're in round, I think they're in the last 2 rounds now, so it's about to be over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing fine if your hair is shoulder length. I'm just trying to keep my hair growing, and I don't want to mess up my curl pattern. So I've been keeping the heat off my hair. I'm sure you're doing good. Like, for me, I don't know. Like, if I have to wear my hair this week, I'm trying to get it braided tomorrow, and I'm letting it air dry tonight because I don't want to put heat on it. Last time I shampooed my hair and I conditioned it, I had to blow dry it. But this time I don't want to do that. I'm just looking at how it shrinks, y'all. People say it started at 8 or 9. Okay, so it did. So he started watching it around 9 o'clock. But the fight between Tyson started 15 minutes ago. He been watching it the whole time, and he said different artists was performing, like Snoop Dogg, YG, Wiz Khalifa. But the actual fight itself that everybody is, like, I guess, betting on just started. So, yeah. Last time I watched a fight, it was before the pandemic got crazy, and it was at a friend's house. And I remember that we got to their house around 9:30, and I was like, yeah, so what time does the fight start? And the fight didn't start until like almost midnight, the one that we actually were going to watch. So what I realized is that the fights, they don't usually start until about midnight Eastern time. But then they have, like, these other little fights that happen before. Sometimes they'll have, like, a performer or whatever. So it's like a whole event. So, yeah, don't come early to the fight party unless you want to see all of it. I'm not going to lie, though, y'all. I am getting sleepy on y'all. Do y'all think I should come back again? Oh, yeah. So usually I use Cream of Nature, and you can find that in any store. But today I use the Stimulate hair care line. So after I shampooed my hair, I put this moisturizer in. And then I sealed it using this growth oil. I don't know if you can see. My ring light is making it glare. I'm going to put her website in the description box. Stimulate. Hold on. It's on the box. Make sure I'm getting it right. It's stimulatehaircare.com. So, haircare.com. Okay, good night. I'm finna get off too. Have a good night, Kara. Thank you for coming. And I recommend, if you're going to get the line, try the shampoo. It has tea tree oil in it, and it feels so good. Thank you, D. He says, yes, I love Amazon. And like what I like is like I really think that this is the real thing. When it comes to the dresses, there's a lot of fake reviews on Amazon, but when it comes to those dresses, you can see the women in the the dresses. Like you can see their body types and everything. So you know like it's a real review. I never heard of Extreme Professional, so I can't speak to them. I've used Shea Moisture. I've used organics, and I love organics. And I've used Cream of Nature. And I like these Stimulate products, too. I know she sent it to me, but For my, oh, I thought you meant just in general. So I've used their shampoos and conditioners. For Cream of Nature, I like to use their leave-in coconut. I think it's the leave-in coconut conditioning milk, or it might just be leave-in conditioning milk. That really helps to define my curls. I usually would do a twist out with it and then sleep in it, and then my curls look really cute the next day. But I haven't been natural that long, so I can't make a lot of recommendations. But so far, that's been the best product for a twist out to really define my curls. Another product that I heard a lot of people say to use is wetline gel, but I haven't tried it yet for my hair on a twist out. I've only tried it for baby hair. Exactly, D. That's what I was saying. I almost bought my dress from Amazon because the reviews were so good, and it was so many like pretty white dresses that had plus size girls in them. Like, I wouldn't mind doing some sort of vow renewal in the future, like a photo shoot, and picking one of those dresses for the photos because they're very pretty. And they're affordable. Like, I don't feel like you should have to spend like $800 on a dress. I mean, you can if you want to, but if you can get a cute one for $150, get the $150 dress. Hey, Katie. What's your channel about? Oh, Fatima, you don't even have to ask me anything. You've been natural longer than me. I should be asking you for the tips. What's Roblox? I don't know what that is. Is it a game? Because you say Katie plays Roblox, so I'm assuming it's a game. Is it a game, like a video game? Exactly. Exactly. One time and one day. You never gonna wear it again. It sounds familiar. Jason! Oh my gosh. Hi. Kara was just asking about you. I'm gonna see if she'll come back. Yes, I'm gonna try to start going live once a week. I'm so glad to see you, Jason. Shayla, are you coming up on, have you been married for 8 years? You said 8 years or 10? I've been good. I've just been busy. Busy with work and my son doing work from school from home. So I stopped going live for a while. It was only supposed to be like a month, and then it ended up being like 4 months. So I'm trying to start back coming live on a weekly basis again because I miss y'all. I'm so happy to see you. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, Shayla, you should do one for your 10-year, or you should plan a special trip for the two of you. Or, like, if you want to bring your kids, you can do it as a family trip. I bet. How is that going for you? Do you miss, like, socialization? I'm going to tell Kara that you were here. Okay, so don't bring the kids. I mean, it just depends. Like, if you want to actually do like a cruise or something, you're gonna be gone for a week. If you have somebody who will keep your kids for a week, then cool. But if you don't have somebody who will keep the kids for a week, you could go on like a Carnival cruise, and then they have like the daycare centers built in for the kids based on age. That way, you can still have your alone time with your hubby. We're hybrid right now, so you do still get some social interaction. Well, that's cool. What was I about to ask you? Um, So what days do you have? Certain days that you go from home and certain days that you go in person? Keep having the same two dreams. What do you think they mean? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to say about that. Okay. Well, I think it's cool that you still get to go. What are your two dreams about? Yeah, I remember Shayla. You said they're 9 and you said 9 and 14 or 9 and 13. I remember you saying, and that's the thing with one of them being older. The older one can watch the younger one, so you would still get privacy. I understand completely. And honestly, it just gets boring sitting there listening to the teacher every day. I'm only saying this because I have to watch my son do his, and my son is much younger than you. But I'm just saying, like, it's the same stuff. It gets repetitive, and he gets bored. So I understand, like, for people who are used to being able to like see their friends and you know physically go to different classes, it's probably just boring to sit there on, well, I don't know if you're using Google Google Meet or whatever, but sit on basically video chat all day is a little redundant. I bet. I was right, 9 and 14. So yeah, your 14-year-old can watch the 9-year-old, and y'all can just, well, not for a week, but if it was like for a weekend, I don't know. 10 years is a milestone anniversary, though. I feel like a week or at least like 4 or 5 days would be good. But who am I to tell you what to do? I'm just hoping I make it as long as you. It's nice because I have a super hard time focusing. Yeah, I'm sure Josiah is the same way. I'm pregnant. I'm going to the hospital to have the baby, and me and him are together. You just miss him, and you're having what if thoughts because you're struggling to cope with realization that it will never happen, Fatima. Um, I don't know. Oh, Shayla, that's sweet. um, I don't know. Sometimes I have weird dreams too. I find that dreams sometimes don't mean anything, but subconsciously, if you're thinking about something or someone, sometimes they will appear in your dream. Um, and it doesn't always mean anything. But like, if I would say, like, if you're having a dream about someone that you haven't talked to in a while, you could check on them. I think should check on them, but not your ex, because we already talked about that. Don't check on him. Leave him alone. Let him text you first. You don't text him anymore. But like, for example, if like you had moved on and all of a sudden you had a random dream about him, whether it was this dream or something else, then maybe, I mean, well, if you moved on, you might not want to open that door back up. But all I'm saying is sometimes dreams don't have any sort of meaning. It's just you could have eaten something weird before bed, or you could have been watching something on TV and subconsciously it caused you to have a dream. Or if you had some experiences that are similar to what are happening in your dream, maybe something is bothering you and it's causing a dream. But it's really no one way to explain why you're having the same dream. Sometimes I have a dream that I'm falling like off of a building. And I don't know what causes it, but I always wake up feeling weird. Does that happen to any of y'all? Y'all have a dream that you're like falling? Yay, she came back. I told her to come to tell you hi, Jason. She was just asking about you, literally. I dreamed I was married to my man, and every day my child would be replaced with a different child. So I had a different kid every day. And I'm subconsciously wondering why my miscarried. I never tried Googling my dream. I'm going to try that next time I have a weird dream because I've been having some weird ones lately during quarantine. Um, oh, D. I think that's exactly what it is. So to be really transparent, when my mom passed away, I'm not trying to make y'all sad. It's not sad. When my mom passed away, I had a dream like after her funeral that like she was okay. And that made me feel good. Like she looked like an angel. Like she was okay. But when my sister passed away, I didn't have a dream. It was just so odd. And like my dad told me that when people pass, sometimes they'll visit you in a dream. And I thought that my sister would visit me right away, and she still hasn't. So even though I've been having odd dreams, my sister isn't in any of them. So it makes me feel like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but I guess because we were talking about dreams. But I was just like wondering like why when my mom passed, I had a dream really quick. But with my sister, like it's been like 7 months since she passed, and like she still hasn't appeared in my dream. Same here. I'm over it. I be calling my mama like, what? It's only since my grandma passed. Yeah, like I've been having some weird dreams, like just weird dreams. Some of them don't even have nothing to do with anybody I know in real life. Nobody I know in real life. It would be weird. It'd be like a mix of something I watched on TV or something that scares me. I've had a couple of I've got fired dreams. I'm like, why the hell am I dreaming that? But I guess because work has been stressful, maybe that's what's causing me to subconsciously dream of that. I don't know. But I hope that's what it means, D. I don't know. Been unmotivated to make YouTube video. Oh, yeah. I understand completely. Me and Kara talk about this all the time. Sometimes I don't have motivation to do YouTube related stuff. Like that's part of why I stopped going live. I'm not even gonna lie. I went live tonight because Josiah is not here. So like it wouldn't have been me trying to talk to y'all and make sure he's not getting into stuff. So that's one. But sometimes I would just be so tired that by the end of the night, I'm just not in a good mood. And I don't want to come on live and not be in a good mood to talk to y'all because it's not as fun for y'all or for me, So I'm still trying to figure out how to balance everything. Then it was like, I was thinking I could start going live again on Wednesdays like I used to, but I would have to go much earlier. And I know a lot of y'all, I don't know if y'all would still come like that early. So I don't know. Let me read what y'all say. I always ask when a loved one crosses over to give me confirmation that they are okay, preferably in a dream or a sign. Maybe I need to verbalize that, maybe I need to verbalize it and ask like that because I didn't try it. And with my mom, I didn't either. She just showed up on her own. I didn't have to ask her. I had the weirdest thing happen. I was washing the dishes and I had a flash of different memories run through my head. And I realized I would never be where I am or experience those things if my suicide attempt had been an attempt. And I'm so grateful. Oh, D, thank you for sharing that. Stop going live, dude. I had to force myself to record. Now I'm pushing to edit. Yeah. Lack of motivation is real. I have some of those type of moments too. I've never been in your situation, but I've definitely been depressed before. And sometimes, like, when I get depressed, I'll just start crying or something like that. Like, I had a moment last week where I just started randomly crying in the car because I've just missed my mom and my sister out of nowhere. And it's just weird seasonally. During certain times of the year, it'll happen. But then on a positive note, I'll think about, like, how far I've come and, you know, how things used to be versus how they are. And that always cheers me up, too. So I think everything happens for a reason. I have videos I filmed a few months ago, and I just can't get myself to edit. So frustrated because I was on the grind, and I just stopped. Well, you can always come back, Jason. YouTube welcomes you to come back, and I've been seeing a lot of younger YouTubers get monetized by posting regularly. So, like, you could do like quarantine vlogs. You could do like quarantine vlogs. I said that twice. But like quarantine school vlogs, you could do like a mashup, or I don't know. I don't know what you could do, but I encourage you to just start back up. It'll probably make you feel better. Thanks, D. Oh, yes, Jason. So sweet. And I agree with Kara. Taking time is good, but I also encourage you to come back. I'm always encouraging people to come back to YouTube. You too, D. You stop posting YouTube videos. I love y'all too. And what was I about to say? The holidays were harder this year just because that was fresh. I had kind of I don't want to say I got used to it with my mom, but my mom has been gone for longer, so you know, it's been 10 years literally. So it's like I'm kind of gotten used to a new normal. And like having Des and Josiah also helped because it's like I have a family of my own to help distract. But it was hard. It's been hard for all of us, I think. We usually gather in large groups. Usually for the holidays, I go visit my mom's side of the family. We visit my husband's family. And we may do something here. This year, we just kind of did it here because of the pandemic and, you know, not wanting to gather in large groups and get each other sick. So that was different. That was definitely different. The Dollar Tree challenge. Woo! I don't know about that, girl. I saw someone did a video where they did their Thanksgiving spread with Dollar Tree foods. Did you see that? Thank you, Kira. I think so too. I'd rather them be there and at peace than here suffering on earth. I really do. Somebody did a whole Thanksgiving meal using the Dollar Tree stuff. I think I gotta look for the video, but I didn't watch it, but I was like, that's awesome. Our Dollar Tree has a frozen section. They sell French fries. They sell all kinds of good stuff, but I never shopped there for food before. I wonder if I could put a spin on it. Maybe I could do healthy snacks from the Dollar Tree. Well, that'd be too easy. Never mind. Because I was trying to make it something like weight loss related, like keto at the Dollar Tree. The French fries are good. We can do the snacks from Aldi, Kara. The snacks from Aldi are not bad. Some of them taste generic and some of them don't. It's hit or miss. I went to Aldi. That's where I went grocery shopping earlier. Aldi. Filled the freezer up with seafood and fish. Well, that's the same thing. Seafood such as fish, scallops, seafood mix. And I got some chicken. And then I got frozen and fresh vegetables fruits, because I gotta start training myself mentally to put healthy things in my body, because I'm tired of being overweight, y'all. I want to be fine again. Whew. Do I got 2 videos up? Oh no. Oh no, oh no. I need to film Love After Lockup. I just realized I didn't do commentary. I gotta film that. Dang. Okay, good night. I think this is a good time to say good night to everybody because I'm getting sleepy. So I'm just going to say thank y'all so much for tuning in to my live session. I am going to start coming back more regularly, and I will, I guess I'll continue to poll y'all on my community tab and just ask, hey, should I go live, and see what y'all say. What did Jason say? I think a big cause is I download TikTok and I stopped uploading YouTube and I got addicted. It's so much easier to point on there. It was nice to catch up with you too. TikTok, so Jason, before you go, here's my advice. YouTube has something called Shorts. Then a lot of people take their TikTok videos and they upload them here on YouTube as Shorts. So maybe you should just save some of your TikToks and upload them to YouTube so that you can just like still be active over here without having to create new content. That's the last advice. But I would do that. Like, yeah. And then you might start getting a bunch of subscribers too. Just make sure to use #shorts in the video, because YouTube is really pushing out shorts right now, which is basically like the little short TikTok videos, but for YouTube. But you can put your TikTok on YouTube. So, yeah. Anyway, good night, Shayla. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all again. I really enjoyed talking to y'all. I hope y'all have a good night of sleep. No crazy dreams. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Oh, wait. I'm going to leave it up so that Kira can get your TikTok. Bye. And D, I heard you about your dresses. Good night, girl. I'm going to copy your TikTok and I'm going to send it to Kira on chat so she'll have it. Because she might want to add you on there. I don't have a TikTok, so I can't add you. But if I make one, I'll add you. I don't have one yet. Here it is. His TikTok. Okay. Okay, I'm leaving now for real this time. I popped it in the chat so she'll have it just in case my chat disappears. But love you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.